Chris and Megan Reynolds, and we have little Austin now. We've been going to the church since the 3rd week.
We began in May. We know Austin's birth mom, and her mom and I are really good friends, and we received a phone call that she was pregnant and was not in a position to keep the baby. So we started to check into adoption. We'd been talking about adoption for, well, we've been married 8 years and never been able to have a baby. But we weren't really in a position to adopt, and so we were really at a point where we had pretty much decided we weren't going to have kids. Well, every time a door closed, another door opened. Adoption agency involved. And really the process of the pregnancy itself was so smooth. I kept saying this was just way too good to be true, because like I said, we're friends with his mom. And so I went to one of the, I think, 2 appointments, 2 ultrasounds, and then the last ultrasound, we knew he was small, so we went up together just to kind of get the scoop, and she ended up having to go into an emergency C-section. So thankfully we were both there at the hospital. I was just outside the operating room and got to hear his first cry, and then we've literally been with him every second. Since then, we found out that he has Down syndrome. With that being said, there is a 60% chance of miscarriage. I think 60+% chance of miscarriage with Down syndrome.
Yeah, we had a couple days to prepare, then we knew they were going to go test for it. And it was a hard couple days, but all I remember is the doctor came in on a Saturday, which I knew right then he wasn't there to deliver great news, but then the minute he started, he told us, all I remember is just breaking down and crying. I couldn't tell you what was said much after that, just because it was just a hard pill to swallow at that point. Everything, all the the visions and dreams you have when your kid's born, you realize quickly that those are gonna change and be completely different than what you try to find out.
So he's already survived at that point so much that he really shouldn't have been there. And then 2 weeks after we went home, he ended up with bacterial meningitis and stopped breathing during Flight for Life. So he has survived multiple things, and now heart surgery. There's just been peace. There's no, even the days that we cried over the Down syndrome, and that we cried when he was so little and he was so sick, and the night that he had stopped breathing. And I remember getting here after we found out that he had stopped breathing several times during Flight for Life, and he was not a normal color. And I just remember thinking, how is he going to survive? And yet there was just this overwhelming peace throughout the whole journey.
Through all these challenges and hurdles that are thrown at you, you feel like you're lifted over the hurdles, and no matter what's thrown at you, it's going to be okay. I mean, I look at this boy and I don't see anything but a miracle and a future. It's not, I don't see any of the bad stuff that's been thrown our way. It's hard to put into words how that is. As hard as life gets, don't lose the faith, don't lose the hope, because as hard as it is, that's really the only thing that's going to get you through it. Your faith, God's always there. He's always going to be your rock, and although you may not feel he is, don't ever stray, because that's literally the only thing that's going to get you through.
And I would just say talk to him all day, all night. You don't have to pray, you just have to talk to him. And he will show you something. There's been so many times that we've needed something, and it's never on your time frame. It's never when you think it should happen. But if you just talk to him and you keep him in the loop all day long, he will give you what you need. Actually, we've had a lot of people say that Austin chose us. And we think that's true.